If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make a change.
Debate. Yes, we are the term. I work for a group called NAYMOTE. We work to ensure increased citizens' informed participation in decision-making processes that affect their lives, irrespective of their status in society. We are here today in collaboration with the Ministry of Youth and Sport, organizing a program and activity that is under one of our projects that is being sponsored by OSIWA. This project is titled Fostering Political Accountability Through Citizens' Engagement. The whole idea for this project is to increase political accountability as well as increasing communication between citizens and the legislature. We will be implementing this project in 5 counties, but we decided to pilot it in just 2 counties, that is Bond and Markibu. In as much as we intend to promote your intellectual growth, we also want to increase your awareness around the workings of the National Legislature.
Debating the topic, the House of Representatives is more powerful than the House of Senate. This will be our topic. And on that proposition, we have 2 schools, the St. Martin's Catholic High School and the St. Peter's Episcopal School. The St. Martin Catholic High School will be the pros on this proposition, and the St. Peter's Episcopal School will be going against the proposition. We want to welcome to the podium our first team.
Mr. Moderator, panel of judges, the various schools coaches, my co-debaters, fellow students, ladies and gentlemen, I'm student Richlu Modu from the St. Peter's Episcopal High School. We have come today to speak against the assertions that the House of Representatives is more powerful than the House of Senate. I brought with me these brilliant debaters, and we are ready to convince and take the point today. Thank you.
Under the branch of legislature, we have 2 houses, the House of Representatives and the House of Senate. The House of Senate is the upper house and the House of Representatives is the lower house. The Senate in the process of decision making in the country. The representatives only represent a district, and the senator controls the whole country. If she wants to go in the other representative district to see what is going on there, she has the right.
It's not about argument. The thing is clear. It's clearly written in the Constitution that representatives have more power than the Senate. For one fact, Article 33 of the Liberian Constitution says whenever the House of Representatives and that of the House of Senate go together in a session, the Speaker of the House of Representatives preside over that session.
Fellow debaters, co-debaters, invited guests, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as the 4th speaker of the St. Martin's Catholic High School debate team, I have come to disapprove my opponent's argument. The House of Representatives is also the direct representation of the people, explaining that they know what the people faces, what the people need, what they don't need, what are the things that they will want, and what they will not want.
To the word legislature, which according to our Constitution, Chapter 4 of our Constitution, the legislature branch is responsible for lawmaking, and this chapter reveals that the legislature branch has functions and has duties, and is divided into 2 separate houses. The functions of the House of Senate is to make law. 1. Total representation. 2. Total oversight. You represent represent our district. I represent the county. I have right to go in your district to supervise every activities of the representative. 3. The House of Senate is responsible for confirmation. 4. To impeach. I have the right of senator to impeach the president if you go against the constitution. By what means? Bribery, corruption, as total majority to impeach the president. So I have more rights. So why will you say I'm a school president? You are a class prefect. When you say you got power in the school president, it's a serious disservice to me. I take my seat and listen for questions. I am student Luis Gaiman, ever protect captain of the Liberian High School. I brought along with me these brilliant intellectuals. Higher.
Comrade Musa Sanyon, Tanya B. Molo.
Miss Upper Criminal.
My name is Genesis Coleman and I've come from the debate team of the Will of the Assessment Grade High School. Together I've come with my colleagues to argue that yes, the executive is more powerful than the legislature. That means we are against the proposition we state that the legislative branch of government is more powerful than the executive.
The Liberia that we refer to, that was reformulated 1847, had a unitary state, a republican form of government. The legislative branch of government is ranked as the first branch of government because of its authority and power. Let us go to Article 1 of the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia, which states, all powers are inherent in the people. All free government are instituted by the authority. The people shall have the right to opt out whenever their safety and happiness so require. That is Article 1. In 8.2. If that is Article 1 of the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia, that speaks to the fact that all powers are inherent in the legislators, because the legislators are the direct representations of the people. Let us go to Article 62 of the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia. The Vice President and the President may be removed from office for treason, violation of the Constitution, gross misconduct by the 2/12 vote of the legislature. Not tell me it is clear. That is an open secret. Not even that. Let us go to Article 60 of the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia. Article 60 states that the President and the Vice President's salary shall be determined by the legislator. Can an employee determine the salary of the boss in Foxable? That is not enough for the receivability of our comrade. Let's go to Article 34 of the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia, which states the legislators have the power to create new county, political subdivision, and readjust an existing county.
It states, in a quote, Liberia is a unitary state. Our comrade spoke of unitary state, he does not know what is unitary state. A unitary state is a state where power is vested solely in a head, in a one body. And what is that body? It's the executive. Now, the Constitution of Liberia, Article 50, Chapter 6, made it very clear that the president shall be the head of what? The government. If the president, who is the head of the government, and the legislative branch is part of the government, who has the power? The executive. It also states in a quote, the president shall be commander-in-chief of the armed forces of the republic. Then where is the power? It's in the president. It also states the president shall be a head of state. If the president, who is the head of the executive, is the head of the state, then tell me of people, where is the power? Of course, it's in the executive.
Now, I want to let the body know that the entire government, including the legislature, work at the will and pleasure of the president, the head of the executive. Article 32B of our Constitution states that the executive, in person of the president, shall, on his own initiative, extend regular section beyond the date of the adjournment of section of the legislature. The executive has the power to say to the legislature, you are not going nowhere, you will remain here and do what I want. Isn't that a control? It is a control that the executive has over the legislature.
My name is Wishlo De Malo. I'm from the St. Peter's Episcopal High School, Nangabon County. I do appreciate the level of work NAMO has done during the years. They have always organized some good and educative process that young people are involved into, and which of course is kind of good and encouraging. We hope that it can continue this kind of work. Those are things that are going to strengthen Liberian students who are wanting to be legislators. Those are good things we expect all of our entities, government institutions to be doing. And I would also like to recommend to the organizing body that next time at least there should be more schools involved instead of 4 high schools. So there are more schools, you have more different ideas and more students exchanging good ideas. Let's hope that it will not be the end. This is just a start, and we expect more debate, not even debate alone, but more competition should come out so that young people can test their strength and know who they are and know what they're going to be tomorrow, so that they can know their constitution.
If you wanna make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make a change.